I lost 12 kilos. I increased my muscle, low body fat, high level of energy. Well, I start looking different. People start noticing because in my face, I keep telling people that changed my life.
Welcome, Josep. How are you doing today?
That's so good. Yeah. Finishing the day on the job, and then I'm going to start working out.
So yeah, we wanted to jump on here because actually I just realized it's been a year since we started working together, a little bit more by now. And we wanted to, reflect a little bit, see how far you've come, show others what is possible. Also, talk about your experience and how life looks like for you. So first of all, thanks for taking the time. Can you tell us first, maybe quickly, what was the problem that you faced before joining the program?
It was around December 2022 when I was on Christmas break. I realized that something was not going well. Low level of energy and extremely difficult to keep focus on the job. Lost my usual energy and, the willingness to do stuff during my free time, not training properly, sitting in the sofa, taking naps, and also, and putting all this together, I think it was kind of wake-up call, and that's why I realized that I need to take control and do something differently. And that's why I get in contact with you to see, what is going on, what is happening, and what we can do together to do something differently and change the trend. Right?
What did the frustration feel like when you were in that situation back then, or maybe even already tried to solve it by your own?
The truth that is, I was a person that I used to do a lot of sports in the past. And in that time, I remember what's going on with me that I have my workout station here at home. I went to the gym before. Even when I'm traveling a lot, I used to go to the gym, but why I'm not capable to do this anymore? Well, what's going on? Where is the lack of motivation? Or what really blocks me to take control of this and really move forward? And that's what generated me a lot of frustration about the entire picture, I think I was in a kind of in a spiral, in a spiral, in a room that I was not capable to find the exit or the right way to improve it. And that was generating a lot of frustration, irritation, energy. It was the entire thing. Stress, the perfect storm. And overweight, of course. I realized it was overweight. So that in my case, in my case, the weight never was above 90. And I realized at that time I was 92.
Was that also your highest weight ever?
Yeah. And then also something that I discovered, and I think I mentioned to you, I discovered after starting the program, that I think also was part of normalize my former situation. I used to take anti-acid tablets every day, and I thought it was normal. I had the problem, and then I was taking, and that the truth that is when we were able to work on my nutrition part, and then I changed completely the way I was eating and what I was eating. Since I started the program in February 2023, I didn't take any more acid tablets. Of course, I lost my weight, I lost 12 kilos, I increased my muscle, low body fat, high level of energy.
So just before, before you joined the program, let's go back there. What was your biggest concern or skepticism before joining?
I think, always when you see that type of things on people losing that type of weight and advertising that is extremely positive, you kind of, really? Is it true? So it's a kind of apps and then it's a kind of fake ad promotion, That was my first initial question mark. But then when I get in contact with you and I saw the profile of people that went through, I was thinking that's people that is a quite similar profile than me, with a demanding job in many cases, a lot of troubles, challenge to keep a regular schedule. And I was thinking, what is the recipe here? What is the secret of this make it work? And that was the first, question mark. But then as you enter the program and you understand what are the drivers that makes this program a success, then you see that there are a combination of elements. And I think you say always nutrition makes 80% of the success. And that was to me the learning and realization that that was the secret magic part of the program. Understand the nutrition and how it impacts your body and your entire state of mind, energy levels, and then you put the workouts and everything, it then accelerates. Okay? That has been my learning.
Absolutely. Love to hear that. So what do you feel what was different about this program? So you decided hey, I'm going to give this a go.
I think to me was the nutrition element and how it really helped me to understand areas that I never thought about. But I think in your case, it was a kind of things about how to balance properly, some kind of guidelines guidance that helped me to really frame it in a different way. And that was my learning. Because on the past, I did a lot of sports, but then when I was young, and then also you need to realize your age is different, your metabolism is different. How to put all this together, to me, was the nutrition element was really what helped to make the entire success of the program.
Take us to the moment where you realized, hey, this program, it's actually working for me.
That's a good one. I think, of course, at the beginning, I started losing weight quite quickly. I think I remember it. I think I lost 5 kilos rapidly. People start noticing because in my face. But then to me, it was okay, now I lost. But then how it's going to be this consistent? And then when I reach the desired level, how I'm going to make it consistent and stable? And it's not the typical you reach that and then you go up again. I think that the first impact was, okay, wow, I started looking different. But I remember one specific day that it was not related to weight. I remember changing some habits because I'm going to the office by train, and then I used to take the tram. I'm living in Switzerland. Then I decided, okay, no more tram. I'm going to walk to do my number of steps, to reach my minimum number of steps. And then I remember that feeling, and I have still this day on my mind. The feeling of walking to the office at 7 o'clock in the morning, dark, extremely cold, but feeling full of energy. That was kind of shocking to me. I felt that I was even capable to run. And honestly, it was a very interesting feeling, and I think I mentioned to you in one of the first calls. And that's also what helped me to keep, the engagement. I think to me also was important that enjoying that small moments of, wow, that's a new feeling for me. Enjoy that moment and how to make it consistent and sustainable along the program, and now a part of my life and a normal hobby. Okay, on the weight I was at 92. I went down to 78 in summer. Now I'm between 80.5, 81, but not on fat. On the belly, yeah. On my belly, I was, I think, at 106 centimeters diameter. Now I'm 85, 86. I have to change my clothes. I start having some definition on that I didn't have since I was young. It's been an entire complete transformation of my body. I have a picture I think I shared with you when I started, and a picture of 2 months ago. The one I'm 53 years old now.
Tell us a little bit, like, how does life look like for you right now that your situation has improved with more energy, like fitter body? Like, what has changed?
Many things. First, I have a better approach with food, more healthy. Absolutely, that is helping me on many things in terms first of health. I mean, my blood tests are in a better situation than 1 year ago, for sure. No more anti-acid tablets. I remember before starting the program, I have serious problems when I was in the office at after 1 p.m. being able to focus on the calls, and that lack of focus, concentration, irritation not happen anymore. And I think it's less irritation, feeling capable to manage better the stress overall at the job, feeling better, in a better shape physically, being able to do more things with my family, my daughters. I think it's a completely change on way of life. Even when I started a long day, a long journey, my body is asking me also to do kind of a workout activity. It becomes a routine. It's not a part of my life. I think overall it's an amazing, I sleep better also. It's energy levels. I can put a list of that it's going to be a long list about the benefits that everything brings to you, honestly, as a person, as an individual. And you see the impact also in the people that is surrounding you, your family, your friends, and also in my case, in the job, in my team, because also you deal with the stress in a different way. You are mentally, in my case, I feel mentally more focused and calm to take better as well. I think it's a trap that we put ourselves. And I had that discussion even with my team, how do you keep a proper well-balanced approach? Then if you cannot find 40 minutes in your life, three days a week to do workouts, I can tell you my team, you have a serious problem with your agenda. That's an excuse to me now, and I was in that situation. I was creating myself excuses not to do it. And that's not the thing that one needs to break in my case, was break this approach in my mind. Okay. Now, I finish my day. I'm gonna work out here. You can see here, my TRX here. I'm gonna work. And then of course, what is 40 minutes? It's 6 p.m. Central European time. What's the problem?
If you would have to put the program into 3 words or into a sentence, like just to summarize it, basically, what would those 3 words or just that sentence be?
Changing life experience. I keep telling people that changed my life.
What would you tell someone maybe who's watching this and like also thinks like, oh, I don't have the time. I don't know if this works for me.
If I been able to do it, everybody can do it. But you need to understand the why you want to do it. That's critical. Once you find your really deep motivation to do it, you're gonna take it and you're gonna do it. But you need to find this trigger and what's the deep motivation for you to make this change. And then it's gonna become that life change experience. If not, it's become a diet, kind of punishment, and that's not what it's about. It's overall different. For me, it has been a nice journey. Now it's part of my life. It's something natural to me. That's what also is the beauty, it becomes something natural. And that's also the last part. When you integrate all this in your life, it's natural.
Josep, thanks a lot for taking the time. Hopefully this inspires someone and also shows them like, hey, it is possible. Even if you have a crazy schedule, even if you travel a lot, even if you insert excuse, it's possible.
It's possible.
Josep is the perfect example to prove that correct.